F1 fans are currently living through a rules reset, and there's been upheaval over the entire grid. New engines, new aero. Now we're going to see that in MotoGP. But for MotoGP, it's arguably going to be even harder. There are so many changes happening next year. Engines, aero, even the tire company is going to change, alongside ride height devices that affect how riders start and manage their speed. And rarely does the team on top right now continue to have that lead after such a big change in the rules. I'm Tim from Along Trackside. We're going to go through 3 quick things today. What changes are actually happening next year in 2027 and why these are bigger than F1. Secondly, what these resets do to the pecking order historically speaking. And who's going to win this arms race next year and why it might not be Ducati. Now, the big one that's going to change next year in 2027 is the reduction in engine size from 1000cc to 850cc. This is the first time there's been a reduction in engine size since 2007. So we're expecting to see slower speeds, especially on the straights. The current bikes are also covered in aero, and we've already seen what a change in removing the whole shot device makes to the start of a race. With ride height devices completely banned from next year, I think we're going to see more wheelies. And I'd expect cornering speed to drop as well. We're also going to see the aero that's currently across all of the bikes right now scaled right back. But alongside all of that, there's 2 even bigger changes happening next year. Firstly, every team is going to see everyone else's GPS data. They're going to know where they go fast and where they go slow around each track. And secondly, they're changing the tire manufacturer. Michelin is gone, Pirelli is in. You can compare that to this year's F1 reset with the changes to the size of the cars, because they're smaller now, changes to the active aero, and we see that with the spoilers and the front on the back. And the massive change was the power units, which are now 50% electric, 50% internal combustion. But they kept the same tires, and there won't be the exact same data sharing practices. We can look to the past to see what might happen in the future. Back in 2007, when MotoGP had the reduction in engine size, the prior champs were Yamaha and Honda. Rossi was still in his domination era. After that first change, Casey Stoner came to win the World Championship in that first year of changed regulations. It was Ducati's first ever title. What's wild to think about is even just the tires can make a difference. With Michelin in 2016 coming back in, there were 9 different winners that season. In F1 in 2009, there were aero changes, and then Brawn wins the title that year. In 2014, there's the change to hybrid engines. Mercedes wins 8 Constructors' Championships in a row. 2022, with the ground effect changes, Red Bull becomes the dominant manufacturer. And we see that this year, what's happening in F1. With Kimi Antonelli, it's only his 2nd year. He just won at Spa after getting pole. In Mercedes, after a big regulation change. With last year's champions, McLaren, arguably nowhere. So considering the order does flip every time there is a rules change, who's going to take the lead in MotoGP next year? On paper and in practice, Ducati has been absolutely dominant. They've been the innovators. They've been the strongest engineering team in the paddock for quite some time. And their advantage has really been to improve upon the regulations that are currently here, working around those in order to get the biggest advantage. But in MotoGP, there's the concession system for those manufacturers that are underperforming right now, which means that Yamaha is a great example. It's a lot more development time. So with the development freedom that they have, will they be able to generate that edge and start strongly next season? And the fact that Pirelli is a new tire for every manufacturer on the grid, we don't know what impact that will have yet. We've talked about the Liberty effect in MotoGP in prior videos. They made lots of changes in F1. Now they're making lots of changes in MotoGP. Slower speeds should bunch the pack up and make the racing even more exciting. So it's actually possible that Ducati will do really well, but will this be the only time for the next decade that manufacturers have the chance to become this close again? So who do you think is going to come out on top? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And remember, every like and subscribe makes a massive difference. We'll see you in the next one.